Hello everybody, today we are checking out Banzoin Hakka Shattered Wings. Now this just came out and I was lucky enough to just catch this by chance. A lot of you have been recommending that I check out Banzoin Hakka. I actually have heard Raven's Paradigm from him, but I don't believe I've heard anything else from him. I really enjoyed Raven's Paradigm and I'm really happy that there's more metal music in Hololive through him. So I'm really excited to see what his original song, Shattered Wings, sounds like. Without further ado, let's just jump right into it in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, that was a very quick switch up. Ooh. Nice! We've got this very unique rhythm separation here. Nice! We're getting this uneasy feeling that it kind of sounds like, I'm not sure if those are diminished tones or like tritones that we're using there, and it's creating this sense of dissonance and unease, and we're getting this segmentation throughout this introduction, but it's not using very heavy drums to segment a metal intro like I normally would expect. It's using cutouts, which is a very nice touch. Ooh. Oh, I like that. So he's introducing his voice, and he's coming in almost underneath the mix. He's got this vocal effect suppressing his voice, and he's coming in right about where the guitar is for the mix, but he's got a more of a full sound in the mix, whereas the guitar is very treble focused here. And we're getting the guitar doing a little pinch harmonic right to accent his lyrics there. That's nice. Ooh, there was like a digital effect. Nice. I like those pinch harmonics. Nice. I'm liking that vocal growl. Ooh, nice. We're getting some layered vocals here. I really like we're getting this other vocal track layered on top of his, and it's getting that high-pitched treble tone as the guitar comes lower. So the guitar gets more chugging, and it starts to match where the bass was earlier. And as the guitar came down, we're getting him in a backing vocal track covering those treble tones now. Ooh. Nice. Nice. You can feel the air. You can feel like how he switches there. Before, it feels very focused on his throat, right? You can hear his throat straining. And I don't mean straining in a bad way. I mean intentionally straining in how it sounds to get that grungy feel to it. And then he's got two screams here. He's got that scream, and then he kind of transitions to a fuller scream where it feels like there's more air inside of his mouth, inside of his chest, and he's kind of expanding as he screams. And you can hear that very different contrast to add progression, to add variation in a very bass-centric tonal progression there. Right there. Ooh, and then we've got these treble digital tones over it. Ooh, now he's coming up. Nice. We got a lot of variation in the screaming there. We got like 3 sorts of screams. We got the one sort of mid-tone scream, one bass tone scream, and one treble scream. And to introduce the treble scream, we even got a digital introduction on the treble tones in the mix. I really like that. Interesting. Wow. Ooh, interesting. That was an interesting transition there. We're getting these very unique sounding drums. The drums feel like they've got like maybe a reverb effect on them or something. It sounds like there's a little bit of digital effect over mostly acoustic sounding drums. And then it's sort of adding this it's sort of adding this dreaminess, this distantness to the song. Everything feels a bit faded because we're getting this sort of digital effect over everything, and I'm thinking that that's probably gonna pop out maybe around here, because he said break this glass, I believe, right? Let me go back a little more. Oh, it says I will repair this glass. And then we're getting an interesting... Ooh, nice! Alright, I'm guessing that faded part here is gonna accentuate what we've got coming in the song here. He's coming up high, he's got this beautiful tone to his voice. We gotta hear the more grunginess and darkness, emphasis on his bass tones there. And we got some higher pitched screaming as well, but now he's really showing off his range and the control he has over his pitch. Ooh. Nice! We had vocal layering there, and also we had a bit of a growl added. Also supported by this very different drum buildup from earlier. Earlier we had a much deeper, resounding drum buildup that felt less positive. This almost feels like hopeful. This feels like a hopeful buildup. Nice! You can hear that run he does on the back. Nice. Okay, so we had him singing in the front of the mix, just holding out the notes, controlling his pitch very well, and then in the back of the mix we have another vocal track where he's kind of doing a couple of runs, and he's showing off that inflection and flavor he can add with his voice. I really, really like that. Ooh, nice. Nice. Mixing that earlier screaming. Nice. Back and forth. Nice. Interesting. Okay. Dang. Okay, that was the end from Shattered Wings, Banzoin Hakka. I really liked that. I think his screaming might be some of the most impressive I've seen in a while. I really like him and Ike, and man, that was really nice. Hayato as well. We got to see Hayato, Ike, and Hakka now on this channel, basically showing off their metal screaming voices. And Hakka is really, really showing off the different screams he can do here. We got like 3 or 4 different kinds, where it was just different levels of bassiness or of richness, of air filling up, or if it was more flaky. And I don't mean flaky in a bad way at all. It was obviously intentional and fit the song very well. The only thing I could say as a complaint, if even that, is I do wish there was a bit more of a fullness to the instrumental. His voice was wonderful, but I really wanted the instrumental to bloom a bit more. Maybe add some more like ambient synths, or maybe even some strings. Could have emphasized sort of like on orchestral blooming effect when we kind of shift to his higher tone of vocals. But other than that, I mean, this song was wonderful. I really, really liked what we got here. I want to go back a bit just to hear some of that back and forth again. I really like that backing vocal that goes up high. The way he hasn't just that inflection in his voice, the way he adjusts his pitch so precisely, but it hits just the note it needs to get it to stick in your head, and it's such an addicting line there. I really like how he pulled that off. When he goes Yomi's Gate in the second vocal track there, that was really nice. And the screams here are very full. I'm really liking these. The only thing is, I wish when the screams were introduced here, there was a bit more emphasis on the drums. Obviously, we get a little bit of variation, but I wish we would get maybe a more, like, the drums and bass maybe get higher in the mix and get a bit heavier. There's something to kind of give a drop to it. But I mean, other than that, I really like this song. I really like how Hakka pulled this off. This was a beautiful showing of what he can do with his voice and what his music team can put together for him. So I really like this. So yeah, thank you very much, you guys, for pointing me towards Hakka, and I'd love to see more from him. I'm really liking what he's doing with his voice, what his music team's doing, how he can sing, scream, he can cover a massive range with his voice. I'm really liking this. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and as always, feel free to recommend more in the comments below. Aside from that, I will see you next time. Thank you so much.